Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan Reviews, and today I'm back with another Walking Dead discussion topic video. This one is going to be for the Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 10. And we've got the release of the first 3 minutes of the Lost and the Plunderers. So, this will be linked in the description below, so you guys can check out the first 3 minutes of the next episode of the Walking Dead television series. So check it out, it's really, really cool. So, I would recommend checking it out first, clicking the link below. I would recommend doing that first if you haven't seen it, especially because we're going to cover what happens in the first 3 minutes. So, there's not much here. There really isn't much, and I wanted to cover it for my video for today. However, I really should have done a different video for today, but I thought I would just kind of throw this one up there because it's out, but don't get me wrong. It's a really cool first couple minutes. It's just there's not too much. It's okay, so let's just cover what happens. So I do like the beginning of it though, where Rick and Michonne, they're at Carl's grave and he's all buried. And Rick, he puts the gun there and then he's like, no, I'm gonna keep the gun. So, again, I still like the idea of Judith keeping the hat. I think that's an idea that almost nobody thought of, and I think it really worked out well. So, that's pretty cool right there as well. So, obviously Judith, I think, taking the hat is probably a good thing in a way, because it still keeps that hat, in the show. So I like that idea of it being passed on from Rick to Carl to Judith. I like that. Maybe Judith will pass it on to, somebody else. So I like that idea as well. So anyway, let's move on to what happens after that. So then, Michonne, she's trying to close the gate, and, really cool when she's killing the walkers. I really like that scene a lot. That's probably my favorite from the whole thing. When she's killing the walkers, and, she stabs it in the mouth, oh, man, that's super cool, man. So, I like that a lot. Michonne is awesome. And then, I like it how they're adding that music, the sad music to it. Because it's really sad, it's really devastating, and you don't really want to be seeing them sad and devastated, but it's a sad and devastating situation that Carl has just been killed off in the series. So, you move on, and you've got all this stuff where, now, part of this I liked because, they're saying that, they're reducing back on the gore, and that's the main reason why I did this video too, is because they said they were reducing back on the gore. Morgan pulling out this guy's guts, and Michonne stabbing it through the walker's mouth, and all this stuff, the walker's just kind of crushing into it. You're bringing the gore back, and I love it, and I think that is awesome, because I'm getting sick and tired of them saying they're throwing back on the gore. This is The Walking Dead. This is not, some bubbly show or something, This is The Walking Dead. Seriously, look at Game of Thrones for an example. Game of Thrones, if you said, let's say HBO said, we're toning down Season 8, the last season of Game of Thrones will not have barely any violence. You might as well not do the season or any sword fights at all, and there's going to be. It's going to be exciting in that last season of Season 8 of Game of Thrones. But, seriously, look at that for an example. That is crazy if they said that. It's basically the same thing for Walking Dead. Now, Game of Thrones, I'd say, was even more violent, more awesome. Well, maybe not more awesome, but in terms of how it's done, I actually, personally, I know I'm going to get hate for this, I think Game of Thrones is more thought out and more well done and more thought of than what The Walking Dead is. Come on, they're spacing out a year for the 8th season. That's pretty thought out right there. They're really making sure that people love it. And that's something. And I'm not taking that away from Walking Dead. I'm just saying, So anyway, so that Michonne scene was really cool. So then they're going in the house, and I like when Michonne sees the blueprint that Carl had with Judith. I really like that because that was just super sad. That was super, super sad when she sees the blueprint. And we saw this in episode 9 as well when he was, he had the blue hand with Judith. They high-fived each other. Just really sad. And so we end the episode, we end the intro with Rick and Michonne leaving. Now, I'm not sure they just leave in that scene and we don't see Alexandria again, because I think it probably continues on, because we see a scene in the trailers for the season where Rick and Michonne are, they've got like these gas cans or whatever, and they're hitting the walkers where they, Rick's hitting one and Michonne, and they have the fire extinguishers. So I'm pretty sure that we'll probably see stuff past, and this episode we could even see at least about a quarter, maybe even half of it concentrated on them two in Alexandria, which I would like, to be honest. And then the other stuff would be Simon and all this stuff going on, and maybe a little bit of the ocean side. But I'm getting the idea that's what we're going to get in episode 10. So anyway, guys, really awesome stuff. Definitely wanted to give my thoughts on that. If you guys like it, definitely leave this guy a like, because this guy has been releasing a lot of cool Walking Dead videos, and I definitely want to give this guy some credit too. So go subscribe to that channel too that I'm linking this down. So because he's releasing all this stuff for Walking Dead, so it's really cool. So I forget his name at the moment. I really apologize. But anyway, guys, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.